Welcome back everyone. You may be in a position where your PlayStation 4 controller is just not working. Now, I'll go ahead and break down 2 different ways that you can actually go and pretty much fix this, and most of the time this ends up being the case. Now, the very first thing what I would recommend you doing in order to fix your PlayStation 4 controller is to fix it by plugging it in via a USB cable. Now, the reason this is such a one of the main reasons to actually fix your PS4 controller is that a majority of times, sometimes your PlayStation 4 and your PS4 controller disconnect randomly. This happens all the time. So one day your PlayStation 4 controller may be working and may be functioning perfectly fine. Then the next day you try to go and play it, you hold down the PlayStation button, it doesn't do anything. You hold down the PlayStation, power on button on your PS4, that ends up turning it on, but your PlayStation 4 controller still isn't working with it. Now, at this point, this typically means that your PlayStation 4 and your controller just lost connectivity somehow. And so in order to actually go ahead and fix this, all you really have to do is grab a micro USB cable for the most part and go ahead and plug it into the PlayStation 4. Now this ends up doing 2 things. One, it'll go ahead and reconnect it to your PlayStation 4. But the other thing is that it'll actually go ahead and charge your PlayStation 4 controller as well. Typically what we've seen before is that your PlayStation 4 controller overnight can randomly die, especially if you go ahead and leave your PlayStation 4 on by accident. The PS4 controller will eventually time out, but it's not instant. It does take time, and your PlayStation 4 controller may have already been in the brink of power death anyway. So that's a very, very good thing you can do. That's the very first thing I would recommend doing, is basically reviving your PlayStation 4 controller and reconnecting your PlayStation 4 controller to your PlayStation 4 via a USB cable, the micro USB cable. Now the second method, which is also a very common way to do it, is to fix your PlayStation 4 controller via a reset. So what we're doing here is we're basically going to go ahead and reset our PlayStation 4 controller, and what will basically happen here is that it'll pretty much just go ahead and remove everything that was already saved onto that PS4 controller, and you can go ahead and reconnect it to your PlayStation 4. So in order to actually go ahead and reset your PlayStation 4 controller, what you need is some sort of, not a metal object, typically things like a toothpick, a plastic little pry thing. I've also heard that, the paper clip, things like that can also help. Anything like that, a SIM card eject tool, anything that has like a pointy tip to it. What you want to do is basically you want to go ahead and find something like that. Then what you want to do is you want to find your PlayStation 4 controller. And once you go ahead and pretty much find it, okay, you want to flip it to the back side, and right under the L2 button, there's a little hole where it also, I think it says reset around it. All you really need to do is go ahead and click that reset button. You may have to hold it down for a little bit, and after a little bit of time, you will be able to see, or basically, you will know that your PlayStation 4 controller has now been reset. So all you have to do now is pretty much reconnect it, or go ahead and just see if you're able to power on your PlayStation 4 via your controller. Now, if for some reason this didn't end up working, again, while your controller is reset, you can go ahead and just plug it back into your PlayStation 4, via the micro USB cable. See if it, connects to it and everything. If it ends up connecting, then you're golden, you're perfect. Click that PlayStation button on your PlayStation 4 controller, and that'll end up powering it on. If this ends up not working, then obviously there may be a problem with the PlayStation 4 controller itself. So your best bet is to see if even your PlayStation 4 controller works anymore. If it doesn't work, then obviously you're going to have to send it in or get a new one. You can try connecting it to an Android device or an iPhone and see if it even comes up in the settings. If it does, then you're good. If it doesn't, then obviously there's a problem with the PlayStation 4 controller, and you may have to go and send it in for repair, or you may just have to buy a new one. So those are pretty much the 2 ways in how to fix it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.